As President Obama prepares to commit additional military personnel and airstrikes to the region, the presence of ISIS has grown an ever larger force in the Middle East. But with such a rapid rise to prominence, you might be asking, who exactly is ISIS? ISIS, or IS as they call themselves, stands for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, a jihadist movement with the goal of establishing a caliphate, a political religious Islamic state that represents Sunni Muslims worldwide. The origins of the movement have roots as far back as 1999, but began to grow rapidly following the 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq, when the group's leader, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, pledged his allegiance to Osama bin Laden and changed the group's name to Al-Qaeda in Iraq. The Sunni group participated in fighting U.S. troops alongside insurgents and planned attacks on newly implemented Iraqi administrators, foreigners, and in particular Shia Muslims who make up a majority of the population in Iraq. Even though Sunnis were in the minority in Iraq, they were previously able to suppress the Shiites since Saddam Hussein was a Sunni himself. Needless to say, they were pretty upset when Saddam Hussein lost power. Since the toppling of Saddam in 2003, AQI has claimed responsibility for some of the world's worst tragedies. But after several years of power, in 2006, AQI began a rapid decline as several AQI figures, including al-Zarqawi himself, were captured and killed. AQI also suffered a loss in popularity in this period due to their indiscriminate killing of Iraqi civilians. However, by 2008, the US troops managed to drive AQI out of Iraq entirely. But when US troops pulled out of Iraq in 2009, AQI began making a comeback with a new leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Likewise, AQI managed to exploit the 2011 Syrian uprising, and by early 2013, AQI had rebranded themselves as ISIS, with the new goal of creating an Islamic caliphate with al-Baghdadi as their caliph. In the past several years, ISIS has been so extreme in their actions that in February 2014, even Al-Qaeda cut all ties with the organization. Since then, their presence has rapidly expanded over the summer of 2014, when the group took over large portions of northern Iraq, including the country's second largest city, Mosul, as well as a nearby dam and several oil fields, giving ISIS control over several key economic and infrastructural resources in Iraq. Over the past several weeks, the group has executed American and British citizens and prompted analysis that the group may be a more dangerous organization than Al-Qaeda. On the eve of the United States reinforcing its presence in Iraq and Syria, it's uncertain what the future carries, but it is becoming clear that the fate of the region will be heavily contingent on the intertwined roles of ISIS and the US in the Middle East.